More tattoos not gonna make you play that solo ride. No shit, Sherlock. Okay, so welcome to another commenting comment on this channel, which is the second because the first one that I did was like, I don't know, 2 years ago. But there were, over the last months and year, there were some couple comments that I saved. So here is the first comment. More tattoos not gonna make you play that solo ride. I don't know, I don't remember what caption I wrote there, but I don't remember I said anything of playing that solo the correct way. I picked that comment because of two reasons. So reason number one is, why would you write something like this? Like, this does not go into my mind. Like, I'm a very confident person, I don't fucking give a shit, you know? But some people out there, and I talk to a lot of musicians, they're very insecure on stage. And those people, they would take that personally, you know? So, just try to, be a bit nicer to people. But here's the second thing. When I'm playing live, and I'm playing solos live, I usually change some parts up to make them more easy to play on stage. But it's hard to do that live. Your guitar is very low. There are some licks in there which are like Alexi's go-to licks that he was very familiar with. And I have different licks sometimes that I use that I'm very familiar with. So usually if I have to like remember 40 songs each night, there are many similarities in those solos because they're way easier to remember and to replicate. And also you never have, like, if you play that much live, you never have the same speeds. So since the Rebel Yell solo of Alexi is in some parts like really hard, it takes a lot of focus. You can fuck that up very easily. So to not fuck that up very easily, I changed some parts to make it, for me, more easy to play live. But just keep in mind that being live is way more complicated than sitting here and playing something. And the second thing is, watch what you tell people. You might demotivate them, and that's not good. Bro, you basically passed MTech exam. Methodical and scientific approach. If playing guitar doesn't pan out as your long-term career, you could set up a shop. Yeah, someone already has put up a pretty great Alexa rig for Neural Amp Modeler. Sounds great, just be aware that it's loud as fuck. Take care, until next video. So I would have actually never thought that the Lee Jackson video that I put up would gain so much attention. And so I was thinking about the second one, where I repaired the amp. Because I told you already that they are likely to fail somewhere, so yeah, I thought it might be funny to actually do that. You know, I don't have any long-term career. It's not like I'm doing this shit for money. This is like, I'm just sitting here and not get paid for that shit talking into this microphone. Setting up a shop is, I don't think it's really possible for me. I live in a very rural area where nothing's going on much. And I don't think people here would, like, take this kind of service in general, you know? But it might be. Like, I don't know. I didn't try it. How or where did you get the original drum and bass stems? I could tell, you know, like a very long story. How I was in some fucking creepy bar and I met somebody who gave me the stems for like one Jackie and a couple beers. But literally I just googled it and I found them on YouTube and I downloaded it. Yeah. Hey, thanks man for the videos, tons of great info. I just picked up a GP-1000. Did you have your GPs modded or are they stock? If modded, what did you have done and how did it affect the tone? Okay, so I actually have 4 GP-1000s. One is actually modded, and I know that. I know what they changed. They changed one resistor and one capacitor. So I'm assuming that they upped the gain there. But to be fucking honest, it's like, it's literally not much. If you would put those and the other one next to each other, there was no fucking difference, okay? Like, there's no fucking difference at all. It's like so subtle, you won't even notice. Like, I think with the one that is modded, the resistor that is there is supposed to up some of the bass response. Forget it, you will never get like as much bass as this Blackstar or this Ibanez, forget it. I don't think that the mods actually do that much of a difference. But I have no fucking idea what are the exact mods. Then think again, we usually only heard those on recordings which are processed. It would have been much better to actually hear them in a room, not over a PA on a big stage, you know, just in a fucking room to compare it. But we don't have it, so if anybody would share with me the mods that have been done to theirs, because there are some people who are watching this maybe who got them modded as Alexis, I would love to try them out. I'm not about sending my preamp to some guy to mod it, because I can just fucking do it myself. But I would love to have the knowledge to know what they did. My hypothesis is, I would do it once and would say then, you know what, it's not worth the fucking hassle, you know? Might be wrong. Might be the best thing fucking ever heard. I don't know. Nice video. I really enjoy watching videos like this from you. I saw that you have a lot of guitars. Are you thinking about making a video and talk about each one? Thanks for the quality content. No. I don't think anybody fucking cares about that. I got a couple guitars, okay? It's like nothing there is fucking fancy, okay? I don't have any custom shops, I don't have anything that's super rare or something. It's like, I'll get beat up on stage, you know? There's no guitar that is unmodded, it's like nothing collector's worthy special or anything. It's just working instruments, that's it. The probably only thing that I have that is kinda rare would be my BC Rich, but I bought it like for 450 bucks. It's like nothing, it's just a fucking BC Rich Iron Bird, you know? Nice thing though, but still. I don't know, are you really interested in seeing like another fucking person on the internet showing like, oh look what I have. Look at this. Look at this. Look at my awesome guitars that nobody gives a shit about. I don't know, if you want to see that, I can do that. I don't think you would want to see that. I don't know, I wouldn't watch it. Why should I do this video? But if you want this shit, I will do that. No problem. Well, I just got my GP-1000 and yup, sounds pretty shit. Don't have the gain boost yet, so I have to try that of course before my full assessments. I had this unit modded by Lee Jackson for more gain, and honestly I would have hated to have heard what it sounded like before the mod, because after the mod it still has no gain. Damn. Surprise. But to be honest, it doesn't need much gain if you want to have much gain. Buy a fucking Blackstar. Or this Ibanez. Or like a rectifier. Or PV5150. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It just does not have any gain. It's like, what do you expect even if you mod that shit? It's like putting sparkles on shit. It's still shit. I always wanted to take somehow the keyboard out of Are You Dead Yet? And hate me, I just never really liked keyboard on metal songs. How did you do this? I got this kind of question beneath a couple of the backing tracks that I did for Angels Don't Kill. Okay, listen. I recorded every track, okay? Like, everything was from scratch. I didn't use any samples. I programmed the keyboard. I played the guitars. I played the bass. I programmed the drums. I did everything there, okay? There is no official backing track-ish shit in there. There is no stems, nothing. So I have no fucking idea how you take those keyboards out of other songs. Like, I don't know. I just recorded that because some other people asked in the comments too, like, where did you get the stems? It's not that close. The only thing that I worked really hard on regarding the sound was the keyboard, because this was fucking hard to get like the same-ish preset. I just recorded it and then muted the other tracks. That's it. Love it. The best part is that you played the solo on Kara's Ridden Years DVD, not the original solo on the album. I prefer the live solo. Second of all, it makes way more sense to play it like this, live. Because it's way more comfy to play and way easier to do, rather than the original solo. Because the solo is cut in parts on the original one. So it's actually very hard to glue them together when you're playing it. For example, the Are You Dead Yet solo, it's absolutely impossible to play it as it is on the recording. Because it was recorded in parts and there is one bend or slide that is absolutely impossible to do, otherwise you would need 3 hands. It's not about what he's playing, but in which order he's playing that. That's why he changed it up playing live. The same with Are You Dead Yet? He changed it up playing live because he recorded that in parts, which is not a big problem, I'm just telling you, like, not possible. That's why he did it. So rather not attempted to play it live like you played it on a recording, but doing it similar but easier than, so it actually sounds nice when you play it live. Great playing, 10 out of 10. And hear me out. I've been asking a question about musical talent since my childhood. I want to ask you too. What is musical talent exactly? Is it just musical ear, or is it motor capabilities, hand coordination, etc.? Can someone play the guitar just as you if he keeps practicing for hours every single day? Are motor abilities and hand coordinations components of musical talent, or are they just simply improved by practice only? What would you consider a musical talent? I don't have a definite answer for this. I will try to answer parts of it. What is musical talent exactly? I don't know. I think nobody knows. Is it just musical ear, or is it motor capabilities and hand coordination? It's more than that. If you can't coordinate your hands, but you can't keep rhythm, but you have a musical ear for, let's say, notes, and then you're basically not talented because you're always out of time. I think it's way more than this, and even way more that I am able to explain. Can someone play the guitar as you if he keeps practicing for hours every single day? Yes. I'm not a fucking witch. Nobody is. Everybody just cooks with water. There is no easy way. There is no fast way. Well, maybe some people learn more than others, but it also has to do with time. Some people just practice way more and are way more eager. Some people can analyze themselves better and then find ways to improve their playing faster, you know? I think everybody can go to that point where they can play anything. Are motor abilities, hand coordination components of musical talent, or are they just simply improved by practice only? No, I don't think you need to be good at moving to be good at music. Sometimes the easiest melodies are the most fascinating for us. You don't need to play at like 200 beats per minute at 16ths. Nobody fucking gives a shit, you know? It's the slow melodies usually. You can be a fucking good musician if you just play slow stuff. Like I said, like it's a weird mixture of everything. What would you consider a musical talent? And this is what breaks my mind, you know? Because you can actually answer every single question above that, but what is musical talent? I don't think there is a definite answer for that. But if you ask me what it is for me, I will tell you the same. It's not about speed. It's not about rhythmic. It's not about technique. It's not about ear. It's not about notes. It's not about how fast you can learn that, or where did you start, where did you end up, because music is a fucking journey. It does not have a start and an end. There is always something more to learn, you know, and there is always somebody better than you or worse than you or whatever, you know. But what is musical talent? I don't think you can put it into one sentence. It's like, I think it's more of the moment when you see somebody play and you think like, damn, that's nice. And I think there you can try to find your answer. You need comparisons, you know? Go to many live concerts and watch a lot of people play, and then the answer will probably find its way to you, rather than you finding the answer. Screw that spider chord and tie my rope. I tried for ages to get that down, but my fingers didn't know how to finger. To be fair, this is one of the most fucked up riffs that I've ever played. While learning that, and it's really hard thing to learn, I was asking myself, so many times. Who the fuck came up with that? How do you sit there and you come up with that, you know? Because it's so chaotic. There's no line and it sounds completely different when it's sped up and on speed rather than when you practice it very slow. But still, it's very cool to play actually. It's very satisfying. Stupid question time. If you made an identical case, but add some ventilation, small intake and exhaust fans front and back, one where the perfect connection logo is and the other next to the gain foot switch. This way there would be a bit of airflow over these diodes and transformers, but have no negligible effect on the tubes. I understand that tubes need to be warm in order to operate optimally and properly. Yes and no, like you have the heater circuit in tubes that warm the tube up and keep the tubes warm. You can overheat that shit in general, but for example the GP-1000 has its tubes anyway outside. No, I don't think so. I don't think anything would help that amp. Lee Jackson's a very smart guy and amp tech, and I think he was not intending to have ventilations there, otherwise he would have put them there. And I don't think they're needed. Those things have very old electronics by now in them. And also if you think about it, in the end of the 90s or early 2000s, they were already like 10-15 years old. I don't think this helps. I think you have more success with this amp if you just swap out the dying components, like caps, which are dying over time. Yeah, sometimes even resistors start to tear down. You know, you can measure them and if they have like weird values, just swap them out. Or you can just wait like I do and you just wait till something breaks again so you can fix it. But no, I don't think this would help in any way. I was thinking for a long time that it was Alexi Laiho himself. My respects, you must be very sick to have managed to perfectly capture both his guitar and voice tones. I was very surprised. Here's the thing, okay? Come here. Let's talk about this. I don't think that I sound a lot like Alexi in terms of vocals, but apparently people do think that, and I don't know why. I never tried to mimic that. If I could choose in which direction my voice would go in terms of practicing and doing vocals, I would actually go more towards like Ronnie Radke, definitely in terms of singing voice and screaming voice, or maybe in completely different directions, you know? Second is the guitar sound. Okay, like, it's like GP-1000, it's like preamp in the guitars, it's tube power amps, you know? Recorded over vintage 30s. I don't know what the Alexi used because I fucking forgot. I think it was greenbacks or something. I like the vintage 30s, I'm sorry. I'm this basic bitch. So, that's actually it now with the video. I hope I see you in the next one. I'm preparing some music stuff-ish things that I would like to record. Maybe I'm able to record them in like a couple weeks if I'm done practicing that, because that shit's very hard. And other than that, if you like those commenting comments videos, I don't know, then tell me, then I might do it more often than like every 2 years. Anyway, I love you all and I see you in a few days. Take care.